Fears will diminish your willpower. And the art of tackling down human weaknesses and blinding ignorance, there is a need to open your heart wisdom. Human understanding cannot discern inner things, whereas inner things are pertaining to the spiritual side. There are things in our characters that we need to improve. We need to transform from minor vibrational frequency into higher vibrational frequency. So that's why this is the lesson of inner cultivation. Inner cultivation, there are so many things we need to rectify. We need to rectify in our parts because we have many weaknesses. We have many human deficiencies, the bad characters that we have. So learning inner cultivation is learning how to attain soul realization. In doing so, attaining soul realization, so we need to conquer many of our human weaknesses, especially negative human ego. Each one of us has negative ego, and if we don't have training in the art of survival, spiritual martial arts, we are not aware of our very own weaknesses, and we are not aware of our very own mistakes, and people could see that. So that's why in life we need to understand the way, we need to understand the reality. Without resorting into the light of wisdom, it is difficult for us to understand the deeper meaning of our lives. So that's why many of us are living life with so much blinding ignorance. Then we cannot understand what things are necessary in life. We do not understand what things are necessary in life. So that's why in time of trials, and in fact we ourselves, humans, are creating the problems of the planet because of too much blinding ignorance, the lack of spiritual understanding, the lack of spiritual nurtures made many people violent against life, against nature. And we do not know what we are going to do, especially in time of crisis. We don't have art of survival. We do not know what we are going to do. And in fact, this is time supposedly for unity, but we are not united as one in giant positive vibration. Just the reason why there are so many problems lingering in the world. And as I said, we need to practice our art of survival, powerful shielding, because the negative energies developed in the surroundings, developed in the entire planet. That is thousands of years accumulation. The negative vibration developed because violent act against life, anger, hatred, jealousy, and all those negative vibrations, all those negative things that would contribute to the expansion of the negative energies in the surroundings. So that's why I said we need to have powerful shielding against the negative energies that can ruin or that can harm life. Negative energies can cause bad lucks. Whether we like it or not, even though we would say in ourselves that we are positive, every day we have positive thoughts. But we cannot deny that humans have weaknesses, many weaknesses. And the negative energies lingering in the surroundings will contaminate your energy body, especially negative psychic attacks. Negative psychic attacks are harmful for your health. It can even kill you. So you must have powerful protection against negative psychic attack. The energy imbalance of your physical body, you have energy centers in your physical body. And there are also energy centers in your subtler energy bodies. Subtler energy bodies. So all these energy bodies, we must have the balance. balance the energies of your energy centers and subcenters of your physical body, and subtler connected bodies and high connected bodies, so that you have harmony. You have harmony. The ongoing planetary ascension is expanding on each revolution of energies, and it would affect the entire planet. It would affect the consciousness of the entire planet, because what is expanding? It is the energy, it is the consciousness is expanding. But here comes now, the problem is the people are not aligning with higher vibrational frequency. So the reason why they cannot align with high vibrational frequency, they cannot align, they release higher energies from the inner realm. And as I said, through the angels of the Supreme Light, getting closer for the humans to ascend life from minor frequency into higher vibrational frequency, so that people can ascend, will have chance to ascend life from this planet into higher dimension. So it needs inner discovery. That's why there is a lesson released from spiritual dimension, and I call that lesson Art of Life, Angels, Contacts, and Connection. So it is Stardust Movement exercise, which I explained many times. That is an art of inner cultivation. So there is also lesson for conscious astral journey or conscious astral travel, advanced spiritual study. And people in the journey of inner discovery, people do really need all those lessons, so that they can have actual experience. This is the time to go beyond belief, because sometimes our beliefs are wrong, and it's good if we have a right belief. What if our belief is based on the wrong foundation of life? So that's it. So that's why you need to be also scientific, so that you could confirm if your belief is true or not. But if it is not true, okay, go on. Proceed, because knowledge is a never-ending process of learning. And without doing into deeper research, doing into inner discovery by actual experience, so it's difficult to attain soul realization. And this is the time that we must work the things right for the progress of our spiritual side, for the progress, for the growth of our spiritual character. And we need the highest or the most powerful foundation in life. As I said, that is the spiritual foundation. So the angels, contact, and connection. So when you do angels, contact, and connection art of life at the designated time given for us to do the online drill, so you can personally observe the presence of mysterious lights manifesting in the skies. But of course, for you, you're learning the literature of Dugukan and doing your inner discovery. That could not be any longer mystery, because you know those are angels of the Supreme Light, angels of the Most High, getting closer for the humanity, for the divine illumination for the entire humanity. And here is now the point is, we must do angels, contacts, and connection or art of life 1 to inner cultivation in the art and science of inner discovery. I will not say on belief. I am not sharing a system of belief. I am sharing a system of physical and spiritual fitness that would activate your advanced divine connection with the Most High through the essences of nature. So that's why today we have inner cultivation. And our cultivation today is Office 5. So meaning you only drink water for your food supply. And this is what we are doing. And imagine how advantage you are when you learn inner cultivation. How advantage you are when you learn inner cultivation. What are the benefits that you would gain by doing inner cultivation? Okay, you can enhance your immune system. So if your immune system is powerful, so you will not easily get sick. You are not easily get sick. And not only that, because you are enhancing your powerful energies, so your immune system and the entire system of the body are packed up with powerful energies. So you are not any longer, again, susceptible with negative psychic attacks. You are not susceptible with viruses and all other bad lucks in life, because the positive energies will delete and block all the negative energies to cause harm on yourself, to cause harm on your body. So that's why this is important. This is important. This is a matter of arranging ourselves to become ready, to become always ready for whatever trials that may be coming to try our lives. And with that, we are doing something good for our lives. Imagine, because there are so many ways for the people around the world. Let's say now we are almost 8 billion. Let's say we're almost 8 billion people around the world, because the population is fast growing. Every day we keep increasing the numbers of population. So it means to say, more or less we are now 8 billion people around the world. So for the 8 billion people around the world, different characters, different vibrations. So how many orders, how many reality that we have? How many ways do we have? If each one of us has its own way of discerning life. So that's why so many principles in life, so many ideology, the things that we should discern, we should grasp that how could we find harmony in the middle of many conflicting thoughts lingering in the surroundings, the negative thoughts, the human negative weaknesses, blinding ignorance. Those are all vibrations, and energies of negative vibrations are always nuisance, can cause disharmony. It can ruin your balance if you don't have powerful shielding. So today we are still in the lockdown, enhanced quarantine, and some of the areas of the country are locked down. So this is the time that you go on your enhanced cultivation. So instead of doing foolish things, of course foolish things, for example, we want peace and harmony. We would like to rest with harmony in the surroundings, but because your neighbors are very noisy, we do loud sounds that will cause nuisance to your surroundings. Better if they slow down the volume of their sounds, that will not disturb their neighbor. So friends, brothers and sisters, this is the time that we have to work for our spiritual side. This is the time that we should work for our spiritual side. Without resorting our spiritual cultivation, we cannot survive on the coming trials of the planet. The coming trials of the planet is coming because even as you can see today, there are so many problems now the world is facing. This ongoing virus threat caused big problems of the nation, the problems of the economy, the problems of the people that become victims of the virus. So it shaken the morale of the entire nation, because people are having many different conflicting thoughts regarding how they are going to deal with this problem. And what I would say is, we will just cooperate we will just obey with the law, because when we go against the law, so you can create trouble, you can add the problem of the nation. So what we need by this time is, we should be united as one, so that even we cannot do bigger things to help the country, but in this way we can help by resorting into our inner cultivation. So if you don't have food to eat in your house because all the foods that you prepared are running out, so You have your lessons. We have inner cultivation. If you have your realization, if you have your soul realization about the inner cultivation that we have done, we are doing, it does not mean non-eating of food. It is still eating of food, but what you eat is vital essence of nature, and that is much powerful than the usual food that you eat. Consider myself, I is doing my inner cultivation. I do not eat the usual food the people are eating every day. I'm not vegetarian, I'm not fruitarian, but I'm doing inner cultivation. Not to boast my ego, but to boost my health, to boost the energy, so that this is the way how we are going to put mental discipline in our lives, so that we could survive on these coming trials of time. And this is very important, friends, brothers and sisters, because when you develop your spirituality, you are harmonizing your soul. You are working for the balance of your life. What if you own so much material wealth, but you are spiritually bankrupt? Imagine you are spiritually bankrupt. Then you are very rich in the material side. You have money, gold, silver, but you are spiritually bankrupt. The time will come, your health is sick, and you are only allowed to drink half glass of water and half potato, because if you exceed that amount of food intake, you will experience edema. You have renal failure, and you're not any longer allowed to eat more than the usual food that you eat every day. So imagine how unlucky you are. You have wealth, but your health is very poor, and likewise, your soul is spiritually bankrupt. So this is the time that we must realize. This is the time that we must realize, as earlier as now, we should do something that will benefit our soul. So we should resort into inner discovery. I released lessons of angels, compassion, connection. And many already people have learned the lessons, and also I think almost 20 or more than 20 gestures of Dugukan meditations. There are many lessons of Dugukan meditations. And if you can memorize various movements of the Dugukan meditation, so apply it in your home. Wherever you are, you can apply it. Even if you can join also the exercise of Dugukan, just connect. Our formula is thought follows energy. And if you want to have a copy of our book, just go to our website. The website is www.innercoredugukan.com. Then download the book and read. There you can find literature of Dugukan. And as I said, the book is important because it will expand your knowledge about inner discovery, especially mysterious lights getting closer, manifesting on the skies. People are amazed. There are many enthusiasts of mysterious lights manifesting on skies, and there are so many informations and speculations explaining about mysterious lights, of course. But in the book you can read there are two kinds of mysterious lights. Then the first is pertaining to advanced technology, and the one that I'm talking about, the vital one, is Supreme Super Light Angels. They are not technologies. They are part of the advance in the realm. And regarding also the ascension, the precise process of ascension, because people are talking about ascension, but they do not know the precise lessons to prepare their lives to ascend life into higher dimension. Then what's going on in the planet now is the natural process of its purification. So this is the purification time of the planet, and higher vibrational frequencies are accelerating until the final revolution of energy, wherein that's the time, the final days of the entire humanity in the planet. So we should be aware of that and do work for our lives by this time so that we can prepare ourselves, then we will not be regretful in the end of our existence on this planet. So to all the practitioners of Dugukan, watch out for the lessons. I will release guidance through this way. If we cannot meet in our site by this time because of the ongoing problem, we have an enhanced quarantine. So let's just work it this way so then we can still continue our exercises. And this is important, friends, brothers and sisters. This is important. Then do not worry if you don't have food to eat again, because I think when you learn the art of survival, you are the richest man. You are one of the richest man, true rich man in the entire planet, because you cannot lose your food. You cannot lose your art of survival because nature, you understand deeper the essence of nature. And people without understanding the essence of nature, so always in the battle between imagination and the will, their imagination will always prevail because they're afraid of virus. Then even science today is explaining about energy, explaining about spirituality. The mind is very powerful. You can create virus with your imagination, with the power of your mind. So you can put up so much virus in your mind, and it would affect your health. It would affect your physical body, and you are creating your virus that to infect you with disease. So that's the reason why we should have learned the art of life, because included in the art of life is positive thinking, how you are going to align your consciousness, energy, light, life with high vibrational frequency of the advanced consciousness, energy, light, and life. So we are soul in this planet, but we are not soul in higher dimension. So in higher dimension, we are cell, consciousness, energy, light, and life. The cell, after incarnating life in the mortal physical world, so it came to the astral dimension, wherein the cell becomes a soul. Then the soul would incarnate life on a physical realm. Then the soul in the vehicle of the physical body. We are human beings, have informations in our physical bodies. Our higher connected bodies have all the information within our physical body. So this is the point why we need to resort into inner discovery. It's not all about that we have already learned a system of cultivation, a system of spirituality, but again, it's not mere belief. Go the continuation of your progress. Go to the continuation of your research, inner discovery, because knowledge is a never-ending process of learning until the point you can attain soul maturity. So that's why, let's say, if you are in the College of Mystery, because you study, you do inner discovery, and you are in the College of Mystery, then what's next to College of Mystery? Proceed to the secret, spiritual secret. And that is beyond words to say. So that's why there are three kinds of the spiritual world: Dhammisra, Granam, and Marka. For Dhammisra, it is the supreme grand in the realm. It is beyond words to explain. It is beyond words to explain. And human ways of vibration, human ways of communication cannot suffice to explain the reality of Dhammisra, or the supreme grand in the realm. Then the next is the grand in the realm, wherein the supreme triple light angels now getting closer with the humanity do come from. So it is the dimension of the supreme triple light nature of existence. So it is consuming fire. And the third is the advanced inner realm, or advanced spiritual world, wherein in this advanced spiritual world, the 14th and the 15th advanced elemental dimensions are located, called the cosmos. And this refers to the third dimensions of the universe. Why it is called third dimension? Because it has measurement, it is mass. So that's why people do have in this planet do have past, present, and the future. But in higher dimension, there is not past, present, and future. All is one. So there are so many things that we should discover in our lives. We only need by this time to enhance our awareness so that we can align with higher vibrational frequency and we can attain the bridging light of divine regions, the bridging of divine regions of the Most High through the Supreme Super Light angels. So friends, brothers and sisters, this is the time that we have to do our part and help our brothers and sisters. We cannot boast ourselves because we are all in the process of our purification until we can succeed of ascending our lives from this dimension into higher dimension. Good day to everyone. The right truth. But what if there is a need, we have many to align with higher vibrational frequency. The minor frequency of consciousness is animal-like consciousness. It cannot grasp higher knowledge.